I was originally going to start this video ranting about the weather because lately it's just been, every day it's just been completely overcast, grey skies, virtually no sunlight at all. So I haven't been going out much lately and taking photos because it's just been horrible. And as we all know, photography is about capturing light. Since the light has been so bad lately, I haven't been taking photos. But I decided today I was going to go out and take photos no matter what, because I haven't taken photos in so long and I just want to go out and take photos. So no matter what the weather was doing today, I was going to take photos. I did say earlier in the year that I was going to go out a lot more and take photos a lot more. And so yeah, whatever the weather's doing, I don't care. I'm going to go out today and take some photos. But anyway, I might be into a bit of luck, because although earlier on today it was horrible and overcast, it's actually cleared up quite a lot now and I can actually see some blue sky. So yeah, things are looking up. It's looking a lot better than what I expected when I first came out. So particularly with the wind as well, with the way the wind's blowing, clouds moving that way. I'm heading to the castle now, and where I'm going to be standing and where I'm going to be aiming my camera, with the way the clouds are blowing, with the long exposure, I think there's some potential there. I think it could potentially look pretty good, certainly better than what I imagined when I first came out. So yeah, I might actually get something. I'm not making any promises, but yeah, I might get something. But yeah, anyway, when I done a video a while ago where I compared the two drones and spoke about why I got the DJI Spark, in that video I done a couple of silly little cheesy retro I done some cheesy transitions, and a couple of people actually commented to say that they liked them and wanted to see more of them. So, not one to disappoint. Next time you see me, I'll be at the castle. Marvellous. So I'm at the castle now, as you can see, and I've got my camera set up ready to take an image. And so the way that the clouds are blowing towards the castle. So I think with the long exposure, that could actually look quite good. I'm going to try two images. I'm going to try one portrait and one landscape. I'm more interested in the portrait. I think the portrait would be the best one. There's not a lot of foreground interest here, so I don't think the landscape will be all that interesting. What I have in mind with the portrait is almost using the castle as the foreground interest, and then getting in as much of the sky as possible, because that's where the drama is going to be. So I think, yeah, use the castle as a foreground interest, get as much of the sky in as possible, and hopefully that'll look quite good. So I haven't put my big stopper in yet. I just want to work out my exposure first. I'm at ISO 100, obviously that's the lowest I can go. My aperture is at f16, and that's giving me an exposure of shutter speed's 15th of a second. Usually I'd probably shoot around f11, but because I want the shutter speed to be as long as possible, I'm using f16 in this case. So that's giving me a shutter speed of 15th of a second. I've got the little guide thing here that comes with the leaf filters, and that tells you what your exposure should be. So at 1/15th of a second, with the big stopper, that gives me a shutter speed of 1 minute. I think I'd actually like longer than 1 minute, but we'll pop in the big stopper, take a 1 minute exposure and see how it looks. So I just slide the big stopper in, set my exposure to 1 minute. I actually think that's going to be underexposed, but let's have a look. So while that's taken, let's see what interesting facts can I tell you about Carlisle Castle. I'm going to cheat here and look on... Alright. I'm going to cheat here and look on Wikipedia and see what interesting things I can tell you about Carlisle Castle. Carlisle Castle is situated in Carlisle, there you go, in the English county of Cumbria near the ruins of Hadrian's Wall. The castle is over 900 years old and has been the scene of many historical episodes in British history. Right, that's nothing I didn't already know. Oh, we're done. Right, we'll get back to the facts in a minute. See how that photo looks. Kind of disappointing. Yeah, I would like a longer exposure. Just get more drama in that sky, really. It is slightly underexposed as well, so I'll try slightly longer exposure. We'll try one more and then I'm going to go for the portrait, because like I say, that's the one I'm more interested in anyway, so I'll just increase the exposure a little bit. So this might be overexposed. Right, well that's doing that, let's get back to the facts. Given the proximity of Carlisle to the border between England and Scotland, it has been the centre of many wars and invasions. Come on, let's find something I don't already know. Carlisle Castle was first built during the reign of William II of England, the son of William the Conqueror, who invaded England in 1066. At that time, Cumberland was still considered a part of Scotland. William II ordered the construction of a Norman-style Motte and Bailey Castle in Carlisle on the site of an old Roman fort, with construction beginning in 1093. That's actually quite impressive. The need for a castle in Carlisle was to keep the northern border of England secured against the threat of invasion from Scotland. Yep. The act of driving out the Scots from Cumberland led to many attempts to retake the lands. The result of this was that Carlisle and its castle would change hands many times for the next 700 years. Trying to find something. Whoa. Trying to find something interesting. Yeah, that's enough of that. I know Henry VIII has got a bed in there. Ah, we're done. Well, that looks slightly better. Don't know quite what I had in mind. Unfortunately, it's starting to cloud over again now. Yeah, it's starting to cloud over quite a bit again now, unfortunately. So I'm going to switch now to the portrait and see if that looks any better. Okay, so I've switched to a portrait now, and I do definitely prefer this composition. If the sky gives me what I want, I think this could look good. Unfortunately, because it has clouded over and greyed over quite a bit more again, I don't think it's going to look quite what I had in mind. So maybe I was a bit too optimistic at the start of the day, but I mean, I came out, I just wanted to take some photos. I didn't expect to get anything good. I've gotten luckier with it rather than what I expected. So yeah, I'm not complaining too much, I'm just happy to be out taking photos. I think if the clouds were a bit more patchy, moving towards the castle as they are, with a long exposure, there's definitely potential there to look really good. But yeah, I think there's probably just a bit too much cloud at the moment. So it's looking pretty bad behind me as well. So I don't think I'm going to get quite what I want. But that's done now, so let's take a look at that. It's not too bad, it's not too bad. Yeah, I do definitely like the portrait. The castle kind of acts as the foreground interest, and then the sky is quite dramatic. You've got that bit of movement in the sky there. Yeah, and it works quite nicely. Well, I'm going to take one more photo. I'm going to go for that 2-minute exposure, try and get more movement in the sky. And then I think that's going to be my last one. I don't even like crisps, but whenever my mum visits or I visit my mum, she always fills me with junk food. Every time I see my mum, she's giving me chocolate. If not chocolate, then crisps, which I don't even particularly like. You think my mum would try and encourage me to eat healthy, but she's just constantly giving me chocolate. I've still got chocolate left over from Christmas because she gives me that much chocolate all the time. It's more chocolate than I can eat. Aha. Right. Last four, let's have a look. I'm actually quite happy with that. I think the castle kind of like pops quite nicely. I think by the time I've played around with that in Lightroom and got the exposure looking really good, I think that could actually look quite good. So there we go, I'm actually quite happy with that. Far better than what I expected when I first came out today. At the start of the day, it was just completely overcast like it has been for the last few days, if not weeks. So I just wanted to get out and take photos no matter what I was presented with. So I'm very happy with that. So yeah, I guess it just goes to show, even if the conditions aren't looking perfect, if you actually just, make the effort and go out, yeah, you might surprise yourself. So yeah, pretty successful. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm gonna go home, upload this to my computer, see how it looks once I've finished editing it, which I will share with you when I end this video. So thank you very much for watching, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.